And another great breakfast here at Zister's, Patrick.
I absolutely love that place. The food and the service is stellar every single time. What's that, the best appetizer that they have called?
Billionaire bacon, enough said.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Now guys, this is Patrick and Jeff. We're your hosts of the Momentum Realty Partners Local Edition. And what we do with this show is highlight local businesses, nonprofits, and people in our communities making an impact.
And what we're going to do, we're going to take you behind the scenes of some of our favorite foods today, starting with Fazio's Chocolate.
From there, we're going to stop over at Kettle Range Meats, and then we'll also go to Great Harvest Bread.
And then we're going to head over to a home in Brookfield, beautiful home right down the road in Brookfield that the owners just did some updating, remodeled the kitchen, and want to show you some of that behind the scenes.
But now it's time for our first stop. Let's go to Fazio's Chocolates in Elm Grove.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey.
Thanks so much for taking the time and letting us tour your shop.
Pleasure.
Absolutely beautiful. I see all the decorations for Christmas.
Yes, we like to be very festive for the holidays.
Awesome. This Christmas, it's coming up quick. Speaking of Christmas, do you have any special candies or new candies for Christmas?
Yes, we do. We have our new Fallen Snow, which is a honeyed marshmallow with some honey from a local honey farmer.
Nice.
We also have our Merry and Bright, which is actually a vegan offering, which is made with pectin.
Very nice.
And then we also have our Midnight Dream, which is a chocolate nougat. And then we have our very special one, Cheers from Wisconsin.
All right, I got to hear about the Cheers from Wisconsin.
Oh, Cheers from Wisconsin is a great one. It's our house-made bourbon ganache, also with a layer of chopped cherries, and then a layer of our orange ganache.
Wow, sounds absolutely spectacular.
It is.
Now, you said something about a vegan chocolate. I didn't know there was such a thing. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh yes, vegans have become very, very popular.
Yeah.
So what the vegan chocolate is it doesn't have any animal byproduct in it.
Got it.
No dairies, butters, things of that nature. And then of course the Merry and Bright, that's made with pectin, also a plant-derived
Awesome.
product.
Very exciting
Yes.
stuff. Man, some mouth-watering new offerings for Christmas. Great stuff, Cindy. Now, can you tell me a little bit about the history of Fazio's?
So Fazio's came about by me having to reinvent myself. So I went back to school because I've always liked to cook and bake. And I thought I was going to be a pastry chef. I thought pastries were very pretty. And we did a section on chocolate. And that's when I just thought to myself, this is it. I'm doing chocolate. I really appreciate art, and I can include art along with chocolate.
Oh, very, very nice.
Yeah.
And the passion definitely shows.
Yes, I am. You can get lost in it. It's just, it's so fun and so wonderful to come up with new ideas and new flavors.
Awesome. Well, I tell you, we're all the benefactors of your reinvention, so thank you, and I'm glad you found your passion.
Yes.
Now, I know you could do business anywhere. What made you choose Elm Grove?
Well, first of all, Elm Grove is a very beautiful village. It's very family orientated, a lot of really nice families here, and a lot of great traditions. And we are just so fortunate to be so, supported by a local community. It's very wonderful.
Very, very exciting.
Yes.
Hey, Cindy, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping in.
You bet.
So Cindy, you make a ton of different products here in-house. What
Yes.
is one of the most popular products that everybody in Elm Grove just loves?
The most popular chocolate for Christmas is our Fazio's Homemade Fairy Crunch. It's made right here in-house, and we dip it in either dark chocolate or milk chocolate. It's a very nostalgic candy,
Yeah.
loved by many.
What's the process of making that Fairy Crunch that everybody loves so much?
Yes, it's made in very large batches, actually, in our copper pot that we have. And we boil it, and it's a boiled sugar, and it just bubbles and gets really nice and bubbly. And then at the end, we add our baking soda, which puffs it up and makes it really give a nice soft bite crunch to that candy.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again, Cindy, for telling us about the process. Let's go explore a little bit more of the store here.
Okay.
Hey, Mark, good to see you, man. Thanks for having me in today.
Yeah, welcome.
Hey, I just wanted to kind of highlight this a little bit because every time I walk into the store, it's just decorated, absolutely decked out according to the holiday that we're coming up to. And I can't help but say that every time I walk in here, these just look fantastic. Can you tell me a little bit about, you know, the history of how you've gotten these decorations and, you know, the drive behind putting them together every year?
Sure. Well, we do get carried away at Christmas, but we have a lot of decorations. So it started actually when I was a youngster, and my mom would put out little villages, and I enjoyed helping her do that. So one day we were shopping, and I saw some in a store, a couple little buildings, and we decided to purchase some. Little did we know that it was part of a collection. This was 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And that collection for us has grown into hundreds and hundreds of buildings. We opened the candy store, and it turned out some of the buildings just fit perfect. If you take a closer look, you'll see candy stripers and candy cane houses. It just ties in with all our chocolate. So, and it just grew from there. It just became part of the store.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool to see the history behind how all these things came together here. And like you said, it's right on brand, right? It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it matches all the candies.
It matches everything. Yeah, it just seemed to work into itself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, when we're speaking of candy and products and everything too, you know, we've learned a lot about, you know, what do, you know, other people like in the community here. What's your favorite product that you guys put together here that you enjoy?
My favorite at Christmas is the cinnamon truffle.
Okay.
We only have it at the holidays, and I wait all year for it. It's just, I'm not sure why. It's not an overpowering cinnamon, but it's creamy and smooth, and it just hits the spot.
Now, Mark, you obviously make tons of cool chocolates and other things along those lines that the general public can just come in and buy. But you also do a lot of special gifting that corporations and businesses participate in, and they, you know, go through you to basically send out the holiday gifts or gifts throughout the year. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, you're right, Patrick. This time of year, corporations especially, we do a lot of corporate gifts. We have our Christmas collection you can come and pick a box from. We have candy canes. We have, you know, anywhere from 4 to 30-piece boxes. We can help you design your own. We even do specialty designs, specialty gifts, but I think with that we would talk to Cindy, the chocolatier, about that.
All right, guys, so you heard Mark. If you own a business, this is one of the best ways that you can do gifting. Let's go talk to Cindy about specialty corporate designs. Hey Cindy, thank you so much for putting this demonstration together. I'm really amped to show you guys this. This is where we're gonna make specialty chocolates for our MRP clients.
Hey Patrick. Okay, so I'm happy to show you what this is all about today. This is called a transfer sheet, and it's printed with cocoa butter.
Yeah.
So what we do is the company, such as yours, Momentum Realty Partners, sends us their logo. And what we do is we take this sheet and we actually place it inside one of our molds that looks like this. So you can see that the logo is in the mold, and the logo is cocoa butter side up, and we're going to place chocolate in this, and then the chocolate melts the logo and it goes right onto the chocolate.
That is so cool. Should we show people how you do it?
Yes, yes. Cool. Now these are available in milk chocolate or dark chocolate. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the milk chocolate. Okay?
Sounds good.
Our chocolate's a Belgian chocolate. Very nice, high quality chocolate. This in particular is a 30%. Our dark chocolate is a 60%. So what we do is we fill it up, like I said, and I'm going to scrape it off. Clean off all the edges there. Then I'm going to give it a quick little tap to get all the air bubbles out. We want it to be a nice looking piece for those corporate boxes. Corporate, small business, special parties, birthdays, special milestones in people's lives.
Absolutely. This is just so cool, the level of customization you can take this to.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to setting up, like a specialty item like this, I know that doesn't happen overnight. How would you suggest somebody reach out to you if they wanted to do this for their business or special event or something along those lines?
So anybody can stop in, they can email, they can give us a call, we can go over the process with them. Just so they know, it is a 4 to 6 week process. You send me your logo,
Yep.
I send it to the company that comes up with the logo, and it kind of goes back and forth a little bit.
Sure.
Maybe we have to tweak it. Maybe it's something that one part of it you want it to look larger or smaller.
Yeah.
And then once we decide on that, then of course you have to let us know. Do you want milk chocolate? Do you want dark chocolate? And then give us a little bit of time to make the product for you.
Yeah.
And then how do you want it? Do you want it in a box? Do you want it in a bag with a bow?
Yeah.
So all of those things have to come together.
I was going to say, and that's one of the coolest things that you guys do, is there's various sizes of boxes that you offer.
Yes.
Like the plastic wrapper with the bow around it. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can set that up for people. So I just think what you guys do is amazing. So thank you so much for showing us this. Should we take those milk chocolate ones and show people what that logo looks like?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So once the chocolate is all solidified and in the mold solid, then we can release them. And so I'll show you what they look like once they're released. And of course, here's the paper backing and the logo's off of it, and it's on the chocolate. And that's how they look.
That looks amazing. Cindy, thank you so much for putting that together for us. It looks absolutely amazing. I know my clients are going to be so excited to get these during the holidays.
Thank you.
Thank
you, everybody. Happy holidays from Fazio's Chocolate.
Wasn't Fazio's Chocolate amazing, Jeff?
Man, some of the best chocolate I've ever eaten.
Hey, let's go check out our next spot that we wanted to highlight in Elm Grove, Kettle Range Meats.
Excellent. I'm excited.
Hey everybody, I wanted to introduce you to one of my absolute favorite places in the world, Kettle Range Meats. Now, Kettle Range Meats just came on my radar a couple years ago. I went to their State Street location, and one of the things that I thought was so cool about it is they sourced a lot of their meat from my hometown, Denmark, Wisconsin. So they utilize local farmers quite a bit, or maybe wholly, I don't even know, we'll have to ask them. But it's just a great place. I've had a smoker for about a year, and it was the best investment ever. So if you guys are hungry, come on in. Let's check out what they've got. What do you think, Jeff?
Man, you're making me hungry. I'm excited. Let's go check it out.
It sounds good. Kristen, thank you so much for having us in today.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. And
course.
as you know, I absolutely love this place. So could you tell me a little bit about what Kettle Range Meats is all about and what you're known for?
Oh yeah. So local is something we're definitely known for. Grass-fed, grass-finished, sourcing things from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
everything from the Midwest.
Yeah.
We take pride in taking care of our animals. Everything farm to table matters.
Yeah.
So antibiotic-free, hormone-free, all natural, everything like that.
So Kristen, what's one
Yeah.
of your most favorite products or popular products that you have here in the store?
So being a whole animal butchery, we specialize in a lot of different cuts that you might not find in the grocery store or supermarket, whatever. Something we're very popular for is our short rib burger. So we have the short rib, brisket burger, dry aged burger, but those are some special things that I've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Well, and that's part of what drew me to you guys is, you know, I got this smoker, right? My wife bought it for me for my birthday.
Of course.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna make more than brats on this thing. Like, I gotta find something to make. So I started learning about like briskets, tri-tips, picanhas, and you guys helped me through that whole process. Yeah, it's insane.
That is one of the most popular cuts that we sell. It's a sirloin cap.
Yeah.
It is probably the best piece of meat you will ever have.
Absolutely, I can attest to it.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Kristen, I had to ask you one other thing.
Yeah.
I have never tried a dry aged piece of meat yet.
What?
And I see that you guys specialize in it. Here you have you know, special section just for it. Could you teach me a little bit about that?
Yeah, come on, let's go look over there.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So one thing about dry aging is it's going to give a different flavor profile.
Sure.
You're taking this piece of meat, essentially taking 20 to 30% of that water weight out, and then it's gonna form that crust on the outside, pulling a lot of that. The water pulling out is creating a different flavor inside. Sure. So you wanna we do minimum 45 days. Okay. You can go up to 120.
Oh, wow.
That's a funky flavor, but it happens.
Yeah.
So we keep ours pretty much 45, 50 days, pull them out. The enzymes is what's breaking down by dry aging.
Okay.
So breaking down the enzymes makes the meat more tender.
Okay. So more tender, probably a richer flavor.
Richer
overall.
flavor, yeah. I would say a very robust beef flavor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to doing this sort of stuff too, it obviously, you know, you have to trim away the stuff that is kind of like drying out.
Yep.
Right?
All that skin, the bark.
Yeah. So is that about, you know, do you lose about 20-30% of the meat when you do that? Is that part of why dry aged meat is more expensive?
Roughly, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It is more expensive just because of the whole process, taking away some of the product, but getting a really good result in the end.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for teaching us about
Yeah,
dry
of
aging
course.
and just giving us some insight on kettle range meats in general, Kristen. This was
Yeah,
great. Thank you so
of
much.
course. Anytime.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Steaks all over the place, cheese, all kinds of Wisconsin products.
Yeah.
One of the things I thought was really cool is I see you have the prepared meals. Mm-hmm. Is there one that stands out above any of the others or that sells better?
Yeah, so what's interesting about those is we make different meals for every day of the week, switch it out every month, whatever. One of our most popular ones,
Nice. What do we have here?
chicken parmesan.
Yeah?
I'm not kidding, this will sell out by 3:30 this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
And what is it? What's in there?
So you'll get your garlic bread, you get your pasta noodles, you get your Parmesan cheese,
Wow.
homemade marinara sauce, and the fried chicken.
And of course some chicken.
And of
Excellent.
course. And everything is sealed and prepared, ready to go, heated up, dinner.
Awesome. Looks fantastic.
Yeah, we got you guys covered if you don't feel like cooking that night.
There you go. And I had one other question. With the holidays coming up, are you guys offering any special cuts or special products for Christmas for the holidays?
So, yeah, we'll have a couple swag items around the store as far as gifts giving. We'll do some special turkey pieces besides our full turkey for Thanksgiving, and then our prime rib is always good.
Yeah, I love the prime rib, right? Awesome.
Very good.
Well, thanks so much, Kristen. I appreciate
Of
you
course,
taking the time.
no
all right?
problem, yes.
Man, Patrick, how awesome is that there's a full-service butcher right here in downtown Elm Grove?
Like I said, one of my favorite places on earth. There's so many more options at the butcher shop for cuts of meat than what you can find in a grocery store.
Man, I really can't wait to try some of that stuff out.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we got another place we need to check out still. It's called Great Harvest Bread, and it's right next door.
Oh, is that what that amazing smell is?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Great Harvest Bread is a franchise-style bakery and cafe. You can find them all over the U.S., but each one is run by individual entrepreneurs that are bringing you the freshest bread and baked goods every day.
Oh, it smells amazing. Now let's take a moment and go talk to Lance, the owner of this particular Elm Grove location.
Let's do it. Hey Lance, thank you so much for having us into Great Harvest Bread in Elm Grove today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Appreciate you guys coming in.
Absolutely, man. Well, we're excited to be here. And I just wanted to ask you, right off the bat, what is Great Harvest Bread in Elm Grove known for?
Well, Great Harvest is a franchise. There's about 200 around the country. The one here in Elm Grove is one of the first ones in the country. It's been here over 30 years.
Wow.
We're the fourth owners here, and so it's been a staple of this community for a very long time.
That's awesome. So quite a rich history here for you guys then. That's awesome. Well, one thing I was going to ask you about too, and you could probably lead into this with, maybe your history here a little bit, but why Elm Grove? Why did you guys choose to start your franchise here?
You bet. Well, again, it was an existing franchise. It was a good operation, had a lot of loyal following. My wife and I decided to move to Elm Grove about 2 years ago after her parents passed away. Her grandparents had built a house here in 1955. Her parents lived there next, and then when they passed, we decided this was going to be our next home. So we moved out here from Delafield, and I was in the search for a business and decided this was a perfect spot for me. We love the community. It's a great tight-knit area. It's great, all around, close to lots of things, and we're just a mile up the street, so we decided it'd be perfect for us to get involved in this community going forward.
Absolutely. And I noticed one of the things I thought was so cool about what you guys do here is you have some specialty things that I've not seen at any other Great Harvest Bread. And then I also really liked how you have a sandwich menu and you tied that to each particular location. So I noticed some Pewaukee stuff, Butler, other things like that. So you're really ingraining yourself into the community here.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sandwich is a little unique here in that if you went into a new Great Harvest, you would find that it's more of a cafe style.
Yeah.
So they're branded as a bakery cafe. They're going to be a sandwich place that makes their own bread, whereas we're more of a bakery that happens to have sandwiches. So all the great ingredients, fresh ingredients on our breads, make them amazing. The names are just fun way to make it a little catchy. That can be difficult to remember. Like somebody's ordering a grilled cheese, you got to remember that's a Greenfield, or whatever. So, but yeah, the fun there. And then you talked about some unique things we do. Each franchise within the Great Harvest Network is called the Freedom Franchise.
Okay.
So we're really able to do whatever we want from a menu standpoint. There's thousands we can pick from. So we just gear it towards what the locals like.
Yeah.
And over time, we've learned what they really like, and it oftentimes is different than what you might find in a different store.
Yeah.
So we've got great specials. We've also got great bakers who've been here 18 and 26 years.
Wow.
So they've got some special things they do. One of them works in the back,
and
he does a lot of our strudels. We're one of the few that make Kringles.
Yes.
Amazing Kringles with buttercream topping.
Yep.
So we make lots of specialty stuff, and then over the holidays we'll have all kinds of great pies and dinner rolls and other special things for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That is awesome. Yeah, I just love seeing the spread of what you guys offer here. I just think it's very unique. There's obviously other stores and grocery stores and stuff you can go to for just everyday products, but you guys offer some really, really awesome products here that, the taste is great, the service you guys offer is great, and the fact that it's made right here in Elm Grove is pretty dang cool if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we take great pride in that. One of the things we do that's unique that you don't find many places right behind us here is our mill.
Yeah.
So we mill all our own whole grain, whole wheat, so you get the whole wheat berry, all the nutrients in it. So real healthy. Our base ingredients are just salt, water, yeast, flour, and honey. All our honey comes from Germantown, so it's brought in 50-gallon barrels. We go through about 4 of those a month.
Yeah.
So it's all natural ingredients, real good for you, real healthy, scratch made. And as we saw earlier, everything's handmade here on the table. And
absolutely.
So
Yeah, thank you for walking us through that too. It was
absolutely.
really neat to see your process behind how you put all these fresh foods together, and it's cool to see you take everything from raw ingredients to a product in the case that somebody can buy. It's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
great.
Well, Lance, thank you for running us through this.
You bet.
I know that Jeff has a few questions for you too,
Okay.
so I'm going to bring him on over, and I'm probably going to explore and maybe grab a couple samples while you
right.
guys are talking.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
All right, you bet. Thanks, Patrick.
Man, Lance, it's an amazing place you have here. The smells are incredible. And I know you took it over July of 2021. What are some of the things that you've done to the business since you took it over?
Well, when we got here, we realized that the facility needed some upgrades. It's an old building. It had just been run for a long time, so equipment needs and so on. We also realized that for the volume we were doing, we needed some more efficiencies. So we've added some equipment. We'll continue to do that. We've added some new freezers here along with some of the older ones. This here is called a rounder. So that basically divides a pile of dough into 22 pieces, and then it shakes it into a roll. So we can make dinner rolls with that, we can make hamburger buns. So it'll just make those automated, whereas before we had to do it all by hand. And over the holidays, we'll do hundreds of dozens of rolls, and so now we can just crank them out batch by batch here without having to do them all by hand. So saves a lot of shoulders, necks, carpal tunnel. So it's a tough job. So we've also added some convection ovens here with humidity control. That gives us the ability to do some hard crusted breads. It also gives us the flexibility to run small batches. Our huge oven up front holds 336 loaves of bread.
336.
It's very expensive to run.
Yeah.
It costs a lot, so we try not to have it on any longer than we need to. So this gives us a little flexibility to do some small batches. We've also added some new display freezers and coolers up front. We brought our gluten-free, which is real popular here, up to the front area so customers can see it real readily. We've added some different products, and we've been toying around with some different things. So
Some amazing upgrades. Is there anything else you're planning to do in the future?
yeah, absolutely. In the facility, we've started doing some painting. Above us here, all of these are new LED lights. We've refixtured the whole upstairs. We're planning on painting the rest of the facility, adding some more lighting, and then we're going to do new front area with some seating, new fixtures, kind of redo the decor. We're also looking at doing some additional equipment down the line that'll help. From a sandwich station standpoint, we're adding a Mary Chef, which is like an all-in-one, one button for each sandwich, just presses and takes care of it. So we'll be able to save some time and be able to be faster at that, so we can add more catering and more bulk orders of sandwiches. So
Perfect.
yeah, lots of little things adding up over time to really improve things. So
Awesome. Now, we were cruising around. I saw a lot of great items. Everything looks delicious. Is there a customer or a fan favorite that you use?
our top three are cinnamon crunch bread, so great for breakfast, great for French toast. Then our Dakota bread, which is a seeded whole wheat bread, real healthy, great for sandwiches. And then our pumpkin chocolate chip, which is a great breakfast bread. It's our most popular by far. So.
Yeah, we were here earlier. I saw you making the pepperoni roll-ups.
Yeah, we do pepperoni mozzarella and spinach Asiago. Those are fun to make. We saw them on the sheeter back here where we flatten out the bread, put some garlic olive oil on it, put the ingredients in, and roll them up, and sell like crazy. So it's a great one for us.
Now, with the holidays coming up, are you guys going to be offering any specials?
Yeah, so we're still a little bit traditional here. We don't have traditional online ordering, but for the holidays, we do have that set up. So customers can pre-order everything. They can set a time and day that they want to pick it up. They'll just come to our back door, let us know their last name, and we'll hand it to them. So we'll have not a complete menu, but we do have a pretty good menu where they can get all their Kringles, strudels, breads. We'll also make a lot of dinner rolls over that time. And then we do pies. We've got a great pie maker. So we'll have apple, cherry, pecan, and pumpkin pies.
Nice.
So.
Pumpkin pies,
Yep.
it says on your shirt there.
Yes, pumpkin pies,
Awesome.
absolutely.
One thing about that Dakota bread, that's my new go-to
Oh,
breakfast. Bought a loaf, toast it in the morning, put some avocado, some
sure.
crushed red pepper, and then tomato on there.
Oh, wonderful.
The creaminess of the avocado, the pop of the pumpkin seeds, man, it's great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it with honey in the
Yeah.
morning, and I'm not a big
that
honey
sounds
person,
great.
but started doing that every morning for breakfast. So.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to try some of this other stuff out.
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
appreciate taking the time.
Yeah, you
It's
bet.
good talking
Appreciate
to you,
you guys
right?
coming out.
Awesome.
Hey everybody, wasn't that a blast checking out all the cool establishments that Elm Grove has to offer? We're really lucky to have all these businesses here, aren't we? Now, I think it was really cool for us to see a behind the scenes look at the food that we love, but we got to talk a little business too. So Jeff, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna head over to the neighboring community of Brookfield. We're gonna check out a house where they did an aesthetic remodel and really enveloped the open concept. We're gonna talk to Rodea and Josh, who just went through that process, and can't wait for you guys to see it.
Let's go check it out.
Awesome, let's do it.
Hey guys, here we are in Brookfield. Now, I wanted to just highlight a little segment of the market that I think people are missing out sometimes as home buyers. We're talking about houses that are in good structural condition, but they're just aesthetically outdated. And a lot of people feel like that can be too much work to take on. But the reality of it is, if you have the right process, you can make any one of these homes exactly what you want, and you can probably gain yourself quite a bit of equity in doing it.
Yeah, we're here at the home of Josh Rodea and Banks Petrowski, and this is some of the magic that they did to their home. Let's go check it out. All right, we're here with Josh and Rodea. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time and letting us tour your updated new home here in Brookfield. Beautiful, beautiful house. Now, I know we had been looking for quite some time in the Brookfield area. Didn't quite make it there on the first house. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so on our first house, we ended up in Milwaukee. And it was a wonderful house, but it was a starter home for us. We kind of knew we didn't want to be in that area forever. So while we lived there, we told you to keep our search open. Yes. And keep looking in Brookfield. And that is what ended us here in Brookfield area, which we wanted to be in because...
So what was it about Brookfield that was so appealing? Why did you want to end up in Brookfield?
I am a teacher in Brookfield, so I work in the Elmbrook School District, and I really wanted our son to go to the same school that I teach in. So.
Awesome. And how does that work for you, Josh? Where are you working? Is that a big commute for you?
No, so I actually work from home, so it kind of being close to downtown, but also ending up in the area we want to end up was a real win-win for me. So.
Nice. Now, yeah, it was a great process, a great first home for you guys. And when we did finally find a home in Brookfield, how did we make this fit in the budget?
Well, we thought about our budget, and Brookfield homes tend to be outdated. So we had to keep it in the budget, and we thought about how much we would put in redoing it. So thankfully, we sold our house with you and then took that money and made this beautiful kitchen. Nice. We put in an island. We painted our cabinets, all new doorknobs, all new appliances. This kitchen, you would not even believe what it looks like
It's
before.
crazy seeing some of the before and after pictures, man. It turned out awesome. You guys did great work.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you guys were living here during the whole process. Can you tell how was that?
Yes, we were living here, so lots of microwaved meals while our kitchen was under construction, but we had a great contractor. We really gave him a timeline, and he was able to stick to it, and we lived in the dust and the mess for a while. You just clean every day, and you live in it, and it was over before you know it. It's kind of a blur now.
Nice. Yeah. Once it's done, it's kind of like you forget what it was like being in the process,
Yes.
right? Now, do you think this has added quite a bit of value to the home? Have you thought about that at all?
Yes, we often think about that, money guy over here. We think that this will sell for top dollar when we do eventually sell it, because it's all updated, and a lot of homes are not at this point. So.
And Josh, I knew that was something that was really important. You making sure you're able to add equity to the house, right?
Yeah, that's the main goal, was to find a house with good bones, put our own touch on it, and then obviously get the money back when we end up selling it.
Now, this was the biggest project that you wanted to complete. It turned out absolutely spectacular. I know you're constantly thinking about other things you want to do. What are some of the other projects you want to complete here in the house?
Bathrooms. Bathrooms are our next step. It was like kitchen, bathrooms were the biggest ones. So the bathrooms are a work in progress. We had finished our kitchen, and now that's where we're moving.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
So yeah, the things you can't change. You have a beautiful lot, great location, and huge footprint with the square footage. I know you said working from home in office was kind of a big deal. You do have a home office here?
Yeah, I have a home office that's not a bedroom. Well, that was a big thing for me, was the no bedroom office. So.
And on a whole separate floor?
On a separate floor, yep, so I can sit down and focus.
Get your stuff done?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, Brookfield, very large city. I know we looked in several different areas. We ended up here, great location. Can you tell me some of the things you find appealing about this location?
Well, Target is 5 minutes away from us, and I always have told Josh I don't want to live anywhere 10 minutes away from Target is my max. We're right next to Trader Joe's. There's a ton of coffee shops, restaurants, even breweries are right over here.
The Brookfield Mall, and then it's still also close to downtown, so we can go to Brewer games and Bucks games without having a 30-minute drive. So it's kind of a perfect spot.
Really easy highway access to get anywhere pretty quickly.
And thanks so much, guys, for the opportunity and trusting the Momentum Realty Partners team with your real estate transactions. Can you tell me a little bit about the process and how that went?
Yeah, so on our first transaction, it was just a seamless buy. Made it. You guys are always willing to answer our phone calls, get us into houses anytime of day, night, weekends. And then when we went to list our first house, you guys did a great job on the video marketing, and we sold our house in 4 days of it going to market. So it was quick transaction there too. So.
Nice. I remember we had a lot of showings at first weekend. You guys just planned on being out of the house for the weekend, or how did that work?
Yeah, so we were already moved out of the house and kind of moved in here, so it was pretty easy to just open the door and get as many eyes on it as we could. And you guys were a great help with that.
Awesome. Awesome. So that house that you were talking about that we had just sold, that was your first home purchase?
That was our first home purchase, big purchase. I mean, you are spending a lot of money, so you get those butterflies and you're a little nervous at first, but the process was super easy. We trusted you guys, and we knew that you wouldn't put us in a home that wouldn't be beneficial to us. It was an older home, so we didn't know, being first-time home buyers, we didn't know who to go through to inspect the house. So you reached out.
Yep, you guys recommended an inspector and kind of had banks ready to go so that we could make the process as smooth as possible. Obviously, being our first home, we had no idea what we were doing.
Right.
But then ultimately trusting in you, we did go with all the people you recommended, and that made it super easy when we went to list our house to use you guys again. And even when we bought the house, you guys kind of were checking in to make sure the house is what we wanted. And then whenever you guys are ready to sell, hey, let us know, we'll be here. So it's always super nice to keep that connection for houses down the road.
Well, I really do appreciate you guys trusting Momentum Realty Partners with all your real estate transactions. You guys were a pleasure to work with. Great experience. Congratulations on your new home here in Brookfield and the updates that you've done. It looks absolutely spectacular.
Thank you. We are very excited.
You guys were a lot of fun to work with. Congratulations again. Beautiful home. Love the updates. Appreciate you giving Momentum Realty Partners the opportunity to help you, and hopefully we can be your realtors for life.
You definitely will be.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. As you can see, you can truly take a home and make it what you want. The updates they did here are beautiful, And they did something really important. They built some equity into this home by updating it the right way. Now what that does for you long term is it makes that home more saleable in the future if you decide it's time to upgrade or if it's time to downsize. Just depends on the situation you're in. But realistically, you got to take advantage of these gems that just need aesthetic updates.
Yeah, what a fun and affordable way to find the perfect home in your ideal area.
As always, guys, if you are a small business owner, if you're a nonprofit, if you're a community leader, or just somebody in the community doing great things, we would love to have you on the Momentum Realty Partners Local Edition show.
And MRP, as always, we're here for you from click to close.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.